morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are watching from. Welcome back to LifeLens TV. Today, we dive into the heated saga of Francis Gaitho, a blogger, critic, and, some might argue, a defender of the Kenyan constitution. Is this a case of cybercrime or political persecution? Let's break it down. On Thursday, the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, DCI, issued a statement announcing a manhunt for Mr. Gatho, citing his failure to appear in court over charges of publishing false information under Section 23 of the Computer Misuse Cybercrimes Act. This law penalizes the dissemination of fake or misleading content online. According to the DCI, Mr. Gaitho was supposed to appear in court on December 4, 2024. His no-show resulted in a warrant of arrest issued by the Milimani law courts. The accusations don't stop there. The DCI alleges that Gatho shared personal information of a senior public officer and published false information against several citizens. These accusations, if proven, could carry severe penalties, including multiple counts of cyber harassment. But here's where things get murky. Mr. Gaitho himself has come out swinging. In a fiery response posted on his X platform, he not only denied the charges, but also claimed political persecution. Let's take a look at what he had to say. I am not a criminal. I am not a murderer. I am not a capital offender. I just tweet. Freedom of speech is a constitutional entitlement, and I exercise it to the best of my ability, he wrote. He further questioned why the DCI prioritized his case over what he referred to as real criminals, walking free, describing the accusations against him as civil matters rather than criminal offences. Gatho also expressed concerns over Kenya's current wave of enforced disappearances and extrajudicial actions. His claims are not without weight. Over the past year, Gatho has been a vocal critic of government excesses, often shining a spotlight on sensitive issues like abductions, extrajudicial and torture. These are topics that make both headlines and enemies. In fact, Kenya has seen a sharp increase in abduction cases, with the Kenya National Commission on Human Rights reporting over 80 cases since June 2024. Such numbers only add fuel to the fire of Gaitho's claims of political persecution. However, critics argue that Mr. Gaitho's decision to abscond from court paints him as irresponsible and possibly guilty. After all, shouldn't he have used his court appearance as a platform to clear his name? Others, however, believe that his actions reflect the reality of a flawed judicial system where critics are often targeted. Online, the debate is fierce. One camp feels his failure to appear in court shows contempt for the law, while others see him as a victim of a calculated effort to silence dissent. Both sides make compelling arguments, but the question remains, does this case point to an erosion of freedom of speech in Kenya? This controversy comes against the backdrop of a tense political climate, where the government is increasingly under fire from critics and protesters alike. Gatho's case is not isolated. It's a piece of a larger puzzle involving civic freedoms in Kenya. As we wait for January 7th, when Gaitho has promised to present himself at DCI headquarters alongside his legal team, we must ask ourselves, what does this case say about our democracy? Is this about holding individuals accountable for their actions online, or is it an attempt to instill fear in those who dare to speak out? Now, it's over to you. Was Francis Gaitho right to defend himself as he did, or should he have approached the law differently? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to LifeLens TV, where we unpack the stories that shape our society. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.